Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to the Sunday call. So we're going to do a meditation today and tune in and prepare. They're going to prepare us for the Healing Light Code tomorrow. If you're not taking the Healing Light Code, you definitely still benefit from the meditation and the vibration and the energy coming in. Hold on, there we go. And so what I want to do before that is bring Debashree on. All of you at this point, I'm sure know Debashree, as she is the artist and master creator of the Master Ascension Light Code Oracle deck, which I assume most of
Did
you
you say the Super Bowl is at 3:30?
Okay.
Yeah, Google it. I think that's what it said, but.
So if you guys could make sure you mute yourself, that would be fabulous. And so let's just jump in and do this. Let me share my screen. Wow. Isn't that amazing? All right. So Debashree, hi, how are you?
Good morning.
All right. Look at that, so big. It's incredible. All right. So I'm gonna let Debashree share what's going on here and then I can add in. So go ahead.
This amazing drawing comes from our conversation about how healing seems to be at the heart of all the codes that we've worked with, and how it's centered to the 0 point. And so this drawing illustrates the entire energetic field that connects all the light codes, uh, spiraling into and out of the 0 point, which represents the magnificent code that we're going to start working with tomorrow. So it's very exciting, and thank you so much.
It is very exciting. So we were having a conversation about essentially everything is healing, right? That's what we're all seeking always on some level, and that all the different codes that came in, when you come down to the essence of them, whether it's self-love or I'm looking at them here, resurrection or sacred birthing or choice point or whatever it is, Goddess Danu, the golden disc, Kali, we're all somewhere in that process seeking healing, and healing is what everything is all about. So this is just so potent and powerful. And I think because Raphael, as the archangel, is depicted as the angel of healing, it makes sense that as I got the download and received the codes, that they all integrate into healing. So let's see. So this I'll have Debashree share with you, but I've been working at night with these interdimensional beings that are preparing us for the healing code that begins tomorrow morning. And the first thing that came in was the tree of life. And it's so fabulous to have Debashree show us this. So do you want to share anything about this one here?
Yeah, so this is unpacking the geometry that's embedded in the DNA activation code. And we see Master Hilarion standing with this geometry in his hand. And so it's effectively a rotated tree of life. And the tree of life, of course, emanates out of the flower of life. So technically, it's three-dimensional and it's very spherical. So so when you rotate that tree of life, you're actually getting all growth patterns in nature, everything emanating from that geometry. And it also is in direct correspondence to the meridians and the chakras within our body. And so it helps to align that with our energetic or toric fields and our points of power. And so this particular diagram was just to illustrate the unpacking of that entire geometry into multiple trees of life technically two-dimensionally, but rotated in 3 and even 4 dimensions. So that's just delaminated and superimposed on the body. And that could,
Sorry, I've muted everyone, but hold on.
and
Yeah,
that could shift
ahead.
as you keep working with different parts of the body, perhaps. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's exactly what it is, that they were, is this showing here? Sorry, on the screen, one moment. What energetically with the interdimensional beings, the first thing they did when they came in was to just lay energetically the tree of life over the body, which makes perfect sense, but also it was underneath the body. So we were kind of getting in, and we'll show you what this looks like as we I don't know why it does this. There we go. Oh my God. Okay, you guys, this is so beautiful. So go ahead, share with this, and then we'll go to the one with the pod.
So the last few meditations with you have been pointing us to this egg-shaped healing pod, and we see us in the center with our tree of life connecting us to the 0 point, the healing node. And we also have in a planar view, you have 12 beings on the periphery. So I think you showed us how we would all see our own team of medics and assistance that we will receive in the healing code, which is so exciting. So all of them are kind of circumnavigating this healing pod, and each of them comes in with a geometry or an instrument or some sort of magical device with which
For healing for all of us.
they're healing. And so that's the drawing. And in the faint backdrop, you also see the Merkaba. So the light emanating from, of course, our own Merkaba fields.
Here's the wow, you
yeah,
got yeah.
And so it has all the geometries that we've also been working with the blue being transmissions, with the inverted pyramid, the sphere, the cube, the hexagon. It's all of that geometry is embedded and coming through in the tree of life. So it's perfect. And there is also one tree of life that's on the crown and one at the root. So it seems to be a tripartite system. And so we are the trunk of the tree.
Exactly.
It links us back to all our previous workings.
It's just absolutely stunning. And so we were talking yesterday, Debashree and I were thinking, as I look at this work, we're receiving the healing and the activation by tuning into the vibration itself of the art. So we're going to make sure those of you who are in the healing code that we'll get you a PDF so you can just print these out and hang them up in your room while we're doing the code. Okay.
So these are, again, just multiple images and visions that help us connect to also the notion of the water, which is so present throughout the healing process. And so this is Goddess Danu pouring in these, very special waters into the healing pods. And so that's another kind of activation. And then surrounded, surrounding this entire installation is this immense, like, natural scene of the forest and the plant beings and how it's all integrated into the healing process. So you do see these 3 trees of life: the cosmic, the earth star, and the pod in which we are kind of placing ourselves.
So it's a different viewpoint to look at it. Okay, guys, look at this. Doesn't this look like Alex Gray's work? I mean, this is phenomenal. So Debashree whipped this up for us yesterday or the day before, and here we are in the healing pod. it's just so spectacular, so much happening. So do share.
So this is again working with the healing pod, and this time you also see the crystals, and you also see the plant medicine energies and vibrations that are just permeating into the bloodstream, as Kelly had mentioned. And that's how she described it to me, and that's when I made the drawing of how they're working in a way to penetrate our field directly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you see. And so effectively you're plugged into this into the most natural healing grid and matrix, right? So that's all this geometry that you see around. And then of course you do have the rotated tree of life, which is plugging into our energy centers. And it's somehow also mimicking the egg formation that we keep working with. So not only do you have the waters, you also have the plant medicine, you also have the crystals,
Mm-hmm.
and you also have the blue light. So as you can see in the corners, you also see the blue beings coming in to help us with that energy as well.
It's just magnificent. So exactly what Debashree was saying, when I'm working with them at night, and I'm laying down and they're preparing me for the healing code, I at first it was the blue light beings coming in, the interdimensional, the galactic beings attuning to the I am presence, all that vibration coming in and beginning to feel this hand on healing. And the funnel was made over the heart center and it was spiraling in, and then it was going through all these corridors into the tree of life and into the systems and into our DNA. And I could feel the vibrations, the frequency, and the healing. And then the surprise of the energy coming up from beneath. Of course, it makes sense, right? So the funnel below, behind us, and not only were we connecting into the crystals and the minerals and the kingdoms and the vibrations of the inner waters and all of that, but what I loved so much was the plant medicine was speaking to us and wrapping us and coming up and attuning to the frequency of whatever we were needing, kind of like on a homeopathic level. And I really feel like while working with them, that this is our future, as we move through these shifts and changes on the planet so rapidly. I don't think it will be very long that we're going to, our whole modality and way of healing is going to really shift and expand, and our ability to attune to the frequencies above and below to assist us in quantum healing is where we're at. And so we'll be working a lot with this as we move forward tomorrow. And then Debashree dissecting it a little so you can see more clearly what's happening here.
Yeah, I think this is because you mentioned that we might at some point be working with trying to identify specific areas within our body. And so it was just delaminated a little bit so you could see the form, and then it'll help us visualize better specific
Exactly.
areas. Or
Yeah, because we're going to be doing a lot of writing and some drawing and tuning into our own bodies and finding what's going on in different systems within the body, that where it's deregulated and upgraded. And then, well, this is Raphael, our Raphael. So thank you, Debashree. So loving. You guys probably recognize it on the cover of the Master Ascension Light Code Oracle deck. And this is what Debashree had made for the DNA code, because we're doing similar work from the DNA code, but different. And so
so
we have,
all these drawings, you have the layers from the original drawings for the healing code. So you
right?
can the DNA and Raphael spirals, they're embedded in all the drawings. Even if we don't see them, they're there.
It's incredible. So we'll make sure you guys can download these for the codes. Okay, real quick, we want to share about this, the inner waters. So do tell, this is magnificent. And then we'll get to the
So
meditation.
it's just all these layers coming together with with the healing code. And so this is again, the triad of the inner earth, the crystals, the beings from the inner earth. You have the inner waters, which is this amazing energy that we seem to be connecting with your transmissions and communicating with the inner waters. And you also have the idea of inner space, and there is a specific charge and a specific energy in space between the heavenly bodies, the dark matter, and effectively all star codes that we work with is in that space. And then how do we bring all of that from the cone above and the cone below and spiral it into the center point, which is where we receive all our healing and all the codes that we're working with. Every single one of these codes is effectively so we heal. I mean, and so it's also combining all three realms, and we're spiraling into the healing that we receive from all of these planes.
And it always comes back to that 0 point energy, no matter what we're doing, right? As above, so below, coming in from both angles. It's incredible. So, we have something exciting to tell you guys. On March 30th, Veda Austin, Debashree's beautiful writing, is going to come on and share with us her story and all her information. So please put it on your calendar. It'll be a Saturday. I think it's around 2:30. We'll get the details to you on March 30th. Okay, so we'll move through this, and then and we saw this last week, the blue energy and the blue light beings. And there they are, Debashree's addition of their vibration. So fun. Okay. Thank you so much. That's incredible. Oh, fabulous. All right. So I'm going to thank you, Debashree, so much for that. So appreciate it. And like I say, we'll get you guys the artwork so that you can print it out and hang it up during the code. Just a reminder, the healing code begins tomorrow, 9 a.m. So it'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 9 to 10, Thursday, 9 to 10:30 with Casey, then the weekend off to integrate, then the following week, same schedule, following week, same schedule. I am going to make myself available 30 minutes before the call for the healing code. I won't be interacting. I'll just come on and sit with you. We'll do some breathing and writing to help you stay accountable for the work that we're going to be doing. Not necessary. Don't feel like, oh, I have to get on at 8:30, but if you want to, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be with you through this whole journey together. Okay. And don't forget, if you can't make a call, there is always the recording. You can go back and listen. All right. So I'm going to bring in Raphael. We're going to attune to the healing light code, supporting you in preparation for the upcoming code. And you just need to relax and let go and receive. A reminder, you don't have to lay down, but as we go into the healing code and laying down may be helpful. And then you'll also be doing this at night on your own with the beings. And of course, you'll be able to lay in your bed. But if you can lay down, why not? If not, just sit up, close your eyes, take a few nice deep breaths. I'm going to tone, and you guys know that disrupts the Zoom. So I'll be right back after I tone. Debashree's going to say hello. And then I'm going to, how am I going to do this? Okay, see, I'm going to open my eyes and try to make sure you're all muted. Just make sure you're muted, okay? It's really important. Thank you. Ow, ow. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello,
Hello.
hello, hello,
Hello.
hello, hello. Ow, 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 ow. We are very delighted to be here in preparation for this work that is arriving and coming in from all of these angles and energies that are assimilating and coming together for all of you to support you in the integration of particular vibrations and frequencies that are supportive in the exponential and quantum healing to begin to take place, of course, within the physicality of your form. And as you are very well aware, it is that I, as your understanding and attunement to me as the vibration of Raphael, have never been in a physical body. For it is that I live and dwell in particular frequencies and realms in which the descent into form that you have chosen to do, which is extraordinarily beautiful and courageous, is not part of my makeup or blueprint, for I operate in other ways. And yet I am deeply connected to all of you in it is my mission and my work as this vibration to assist you in healing in your body, and the recognition of who it is that you are and the layers of your being that are not seen through your eyes or understood through your senses, as you begin to attune to the larger aspect of self and, of course, your energetic field. And when I align with any of you and your vibration, as I have shared many times before, I do not see your skin and your face and your eyes and these features that you are so familiar with in the same way that you do, for I attune to your essence and your light, and you are perceived as a frequency, and often in the form of an orb, and sometimes elongated more in this egg shape that we work with. That is, of course, something you know around your etheric body. But you are more than even that, so much more, as the webs of your frequencies expand through all dimensions, all times, and all systems in geometric formations and patterns. And as you begin to see yourself in this more expanded way, you will recognize that the disturbance or disharmony within your field can affect and does cause at times uncomfortability in the body. And so the quickening of the tweaking and the healing, as you call it, as we begin to dissolve blockages and realign them with a more harmonic frequency. It descends through these many layers, of course, into your body, and you begin to feel relief from the suffering that you may be attuned to, in the deep remembering and reminder that it is simply a signal for you to pay attention, and that it does not originate in the body itself, but within many fields. And once it arrives, of course, in the body, it has already been emanating in other places. You are now collectively attuning to much more galactic energy and the blue light beings that you call them, and are attuned to the frequency of the Syrian elders and many of these other dimensions interdimensional vibrations are very, very present. And as you say in your language, the veil between the worlds has thinned, and your ability to attune to them and them to you is easier. And as you move through time and space, very much so now, as you are completing an enormous galactic vibrational cycle, there are all of these openings and gateways and portals that you are moving through very quickly. And in doing so, this space between the worlds and dimensions and perspective through the eyes and capacity to perceive in new ways where you are unplugging from a particular way of being is occurring rapidly. And as this occurs, you will be able, through conscious intent and some, of course, discipline and diligent practice, to connect with our frequencies as we can assist you in moving much faster. For it is not necessary for you to go through so much elongated time and density for healing on every level. And so we want to speed this up for you, to free you from that in which bogs you down, from energies that you do not any longer need to carry, to open up space so that that in which within you that wants to fully be expressed and shared has the capacity and the spaciousness in order to do so. And so we have a collection of accumulated magnificent energies assisting today. And you will each attune to those that are in vibrational resonance with you and with what is needed for your own healing on every level. And of course, you will begin to feel relief of physical things, but we are operating in much higher dimensions than that. That will simply be the result. And so we will be asking of you a great commitment in this code of healing. For sometimes you can lay back and receive and do nothing, but that will not be the case here, because you will have to collaborate with these beings from other interdimensional spaces, and also from those that are within your realm that you have lost the perspective or capacity to connect to, but are beginning to do so more. And they will be requiring of you certain actions and things to do that will supplement their work. For it is not simply to only receive, but to participate. And so, with that, we are inviting you to rest for a moment as the energies are coming in preparation for this journey that will take place in your linear time over several weeks of deep and profound healing. But we want to wrap you first in something and give you some things in preparation, sort of like the preliminary of this energetic work. And so, with that, taking in a nice deep breath and breathing in and letting go, and just moving into a deeper state of consciousness, allowing yourself to let go of any worries or thoughts, allowing the mind to become more spacious and blank, and opening up to the potential of miracles and complete healing on all levels within your body, so that this can be shedded and left behind as you step out of a certain energetic patterning or way of being and into a higher state. This will require a deep desire for this and also a recognition if there is any self-sabotaging patterns or old ways that revert you back into certain ways of being. This will all be helped and you will feel support around these energies. You can now just relax and let go, allowing your eyes to become heavier and heavier. And as I am counting in the form of your language, dropping down from 5 to 0, you are going to go down 3 to 10 times deeper than that, knowing any sounds that come into your experience only enhance your experience and support you in falling deeper and deeper into a state of remembering and connecting with what is needed for this moment. Lying down if you can, or laying back now and resting, going down deeper and deeper to 4 and even deeper. Your team is arriving now and you're dropping down into 3. There are many coming in right now to assist you, dropping down into 2, beginning to sense the frequency of these energies coming in and aware of the galactic interdimensional beings that are present, 1, and just letting go completely into a deep state, 0. You're laying down either connected in your body or in your mind energetically, laying flat on your back as you are looking up. You are beginning to feel a sensation of floating. You're floating in space and you have let go of everything and everyone. You are nowhere and you are nothing, just merging with the black light of everything and nothing, or the attunement to Source itself. Letting go and just enjoying this sensation of floating and knowing that you are like a magnet and the energies that are coming in to assist you are coming through wormholes or portholes, gateways and other dimensional realms that are being attracted and called to you as a song has gone out and a particular vibration is requesting them to come, as if they are being summoned from all different dimensions and places, coming in to the place that you are. As they are being summoned and a stirring is happening within them, you are just resting. You hear the sound as if someone is blowing into a conch shell of sorts. It is reverberating through all universes, dimensions, and times and spaces, and into your own planet as well. As this is happening, it is forming a form around you in the shape of an egg. It is elongated and you are in it. Inside of this are entrance points, and they are sealed right now, as if those who are being summoned are arriving, but floating outside and around you, and they are starting to come in. This field that you are in appears see-through, but it has a substance to it that is very powerful and protective. You are inviting into your energetic field only those vibrations that are of the highest frequency to be here of service and support in preparation for much healing that will be occurring and taking place. As you're floating now in this spaciousness, you can see through the orbed egg and you begin to become aware of the energies that are coming in and appearing at this time. This is a preliminary team that is simply arriving to support your energetic and your physical body in preparation for the intense healing work that will take place. You can now receive their energy as they start to pass through, as if they're going through almost like a wall, and they can penetrate your space, for you are inviting them in. The first energy that is coming in is sweeping you. This energy is a beautiful shaman vibration that comes from the Amazon. He is carrying a large energy of what appears to be leaves that are tied together, but they're very big. And he is starting to dance around your body, and as he is doing this, he is sweeping your energetic field. While doing so, he is also blowing some smoke. You don't have to worry or think about this, just simply rest in the sweeping that is taking place. As this is occurring, one of his partners is arriving. They are connected to your energetic field in your home space on your home planet, and they are, with your permission, going into that space where much of the healing at nighttime will occur, and they are sweeping it as well. These two energies are sweeping the space, and with it also they have a bowl, and in that bowl is very sacred and blessed water where there are specific herbs floating in it. They are placing their hand within it and beginning to sprinkle it all around the space and around you. Just relax and let go. As that is happening and continues to happen, you don't have to place your attention on it. They are taking care of it and doing what is needed. At times, you might feel a bit of intensity in the sweeping, as they may have to push into your energetic field to release some things. And just know that they know what they're doing, and just allow it to take place. At times, you might want to pull away from it because it could be a bit intense, but just trust in it and allow it to occur. As this is occurring, there are other energies coming in that also are from more indigenous roots. And there is one coming in now that is the color blue, much like the blue light beings from the galactic realm, but it is not a galactic vibration. It is a water vibration, and it is an avatar of sorts that looks very indigenous, but the skin is blue. It is attuned to also frequencies of Egypt, and its vibration is very strong. It is wearing on its neck an ankh necklace that is made of gold, and in its hand it holds two different potions or tinctures of sorts. In the left hand is the blue lotus vibration that is blooming out of its hand and turning into a magnificent and gentle tea. In the right hand is gold, and this gold is shifting into a white powder of sorts. Both of these substances are preparing you and your third eye for the receiving of the healing that is to come. You can simply just relax and rest and know that this energy is there with you, simply preparing these Perhaps you might want to think of them as like potions, tinctures, or teas. Don't have to worry about that, but no, that is in preparation. As that is occurring now, other energies are coming up through the funnels and systems and weaving through your field in preparation. And the beings from above are also arriving now. As they arrive, before they can enter, you must attune to your I am that I am presence, connecting now with you in your highest self form, attuning to your I am that I am. Begin to become aware of your I am presence. This is you in the same form that you're in now, except perhaps a bit clearer, stronger, more vital, a little bit more elongated, luminous, and filled with light. Fully and completely aware of your blueprint and the expression of your human experience, aware of all soul contracts and everything that is occurring at a much higher perspective, looking simply into the eyes of your own I am that I am presence creates a deepening connection as you can bring that vibration closer and closer to you. Your I am that I am presence holds your divine blueprint. And as you move more and more in alignment with it, the energetic geometries and patterns within your field begin to shift, moving into more of a harmonized pattern and frequency. You can attune to this and see yourself and your I am that I am, who is overseeing all that is occurring for you, and this vibration, which is self, has given permission for this preparation of the healings to take place and occur. Very important to attune to the I am that I am presence and receive at this time anything that needs to be received with from knowledge or wisdom or understanding for your own personal energy to move into full capacity. Breathing in and receiving this now, the galactic beings are arriving. They are different variations of blues, light and dark, and some greens and fluorescent colors that almost appear neon. They hold different vibrations and frequencies, and they come in carrying different tools to assist in your healing process. Today, they simply are here for a cocooning process. There are three that are in particular coming now, and they are standing at the foot of your bed where you are laying within the pod. The one to the left is holding a large bowl. It is made of stone like glass that is smooth and clear. The bowl is filled with a liquid, and this particular liquid is made and vibrates with gold. You can begin to see the liquid crystalline gold plasmic light within the bowl as it emanates out, and the luminous being in the vibrational frequency of blue is present, holding it. Inside of it is a gauze of sort, like a cloth from your understanding, and it has absorbed this plasmic light. This light is coming in and is going to be wrapped around you with your permission so that you may absorb it, as it will make it easier for the healings to take place and everything to move into a state of equilibrium, opening up the cells and preparing them for what shall be received. Now you begin to notice that the blue being is putting its hands inside this bowl as he is stirring it just so gently, and the gauze is absorbing this plasmic light. The gauze is now lifted out, and as it is lifted, he very gently goes to the base of your feet and your toes and starts to very slowly begin to wrap your toes. Each toe is being wrapped in this beautiful golden light that is absorbed and inside the gauze that is being wrapped now and moving up your foot. You're being wrapped in it, and both feet are being wrapped. As they are wrapping it, you can feel this energy start to penetrate and go into your feet as if they are lighting up, and you feel a tingling happening and a healing. If there is any healing required or needed within the feet or the bones, just allow it to absorb this plasmic crystalline light that is now moving up your ankles as both of the legs are beginning to be wrapped in this golden gauze. As it is wrapping it, it is going over the knees and the thighs, and now it is twisting at the pelvic floor as it twists from both sides and then twists in the back, and you're being wrapped. Remember, you're floating, so it is easy to get underneath you, and your torso is now being wrapped. And as that is wrapped, it is moving up into the breast and chest area and the lungs. And the wrapping is happening now up around the shoulders and starting to move down the arms. And as it moves down to the forearms and down into the hands, every single finger and thumb is gently being wrapped in this beautiful gauze of golden crystalline plasmic light that is other dimensional and powerful and healing. It is wrapping now and moving up around your neck and your head, and it is leaving the space for breath and space for the eyes, but it is covering everything else, and you're just laying there in it. The blue being now comes over to you as you are laying there and asks if you're willing to open your mouth. There is a special vibration here in which, like a tiny liquid drop, very small, is placed if you are wanting under your tongue. As this moves into and under the tongue, it moves through your whole system, past the brain barrier, and into the pineal gland. It is beginning now to synchronize the left and right brain hemisphere, opening up and expanding the pineal gland. Inside of this frequency, there is an energy here of a goto kola, and it is moving into and calibrating within the vibration of the brain. In addition to that, there is the energy of a mushroom that is at a very diluted vibration coming in like the lion's mane to accentuate and open up the space so that the receiving of the vibrations of the healing coming will be more absorbed. And now that this wrapping is complete, you can begin to bring your awareness to this blue being that is before you, holding a bowl that is made also of this similar glass, somewhat shallow and filled with water. This water, though, is different than the water on Earth because it has a plasmic quality to it, and it blossoms. Blooms are born from it, and it is going to be squeezed now over you from gauze as well. A type of cloth that is different is inside here of this bowl that is absorbing this water, but it is not water in the way you are knowing. And this water is programmed with new geometries that create a structure for receiving the energies that are coming to heal you. This water is going to be funneled into the corridors of the perception of the tree of life's geometries through and into the cellular levels. And it is the color blue. Just rest and know that different portals of spheres are opening across your body wherever the body is receptive to the receiving of this quantum energy that is opening up structures to be receptive to the light that will be coming in. So just relax and breathe gently in and out, and you feel a sensation of the blue energy squeezing as droplets are very gently small, falling in to different parts around the body in the to be in receiving, as there is an opening and an interlocking mechanism taking place that opens up space for future work. It is preparatory, and you are in receiving of this. This will also feel in your body as if anywhere where there is contraction or dehydration or shriveling of anything that is not fully been willing to open up or to receive, that has been resistant or contracted in the receiving of life. And you might feel a nudging, a pushing in those areas, and an energy starting to soften. There's a softening happening. This is very fluid-like and will flow over. And if there is complete lockdown or resistance to the healing, that's okay. It'll just flow over it, and gently you will be absorbing it through the skin layers. Just taking that in now and feeling as if you are in water, and water that has now been dripped and squeezed in a sense and over you so gently that you can open up to the floodgates of these waters that are sacred, that will be received from special places in other and local dimensions for healing. And so that's happening on its own. And as that is happening, you can bring your awareness to a very gentle, loving form that is interdimensional but deeply feminine and is pink. This energy is very soft and luminous. It swirls of a golden rose pink color, holding a bowl, a vessel made of alabaster in front of them, and inside is a sparkling golden pink light that is very, very soothing and loving and gentle and supportive and compassionate, and just wrapping you in love. This energy also is placing this gauze-like quality within this pink light, and is coming over to the top of your head now and is starting to pour over and into your head at the crown, um, opening up with a gentleness, feeling the hands at the top of the head and this pink softening starting to penetrate and move into the head as there is a gentle pouring over the third eye. And you can open up if you're wanting in the receiving of this love, moving into and relaxing the mind, allowing the mind to still and to let go and to trust, to open up space that everything is okay and that you are cared for and loved, that there is nothing you have to do or be other than you are. The remembering that you are taken care of and that everything is operating and working for you in the willingness to fully trust, to just trust and let go of the need to do or to figure out, moving into more of a flow state. This energy now is duplicating itself at your feet and beginning to wrap this gauze at the toes, moving up the feet and the ankles and the calves and the thighs. Allow yourself to just be cocooned and wrapped in this beautiful pink light into and through the abdomen and the chest, in the shoulders and the arms and the hands. And now, of course, your face, gently meeting up with the vibration at the top of the head. And now they're coming in and smoothing all of that. The indigenous shaman's energy has released their sweeping and their sprinkling, and the blessings have occurred. You are in a cocoon state within the healing pod, immersed in the plasmic golden light, the blue healing waters, and the pink softening love. Just allowing yourself to be and to float in this frequency. And the plants now are tingling you from beneath, inviting in the blue lotus tincture, the white gold powder, the Coca-Cola frequency of this indigenous plant for the hemispheres of the brain, the attuning to the lion's mane as the lion of the white lion is coming in to attune to the mushrooms that are growing around in the fertile soil as he and she are encircling these frequencies in the receiving of this. There is also some echinacea coming in to support the immune system and strengthen the energetic body for the receiving of these codes. Just rest in that for now. While this is all taking place, bringing your awareness to your own I am, that I am presence. Yourself in full expression of divine and perfect health, authenticity, truth, harmonization, freedom, compassion, stillness, beauty, vitality, recognizing this radiant self, attuning to the I am that I am presence, and merging with it in full and absolute communication, open to the receiving of what it is you may need to know in this now moment to propel yourself into higher states of consciousness, into a more awakened way of being, higher states of awareness, while still operating in this current dimension in the most compassionate, easy, and loving way. You are immersed in this energy and wrapped in it, and will remain so energetically as you continue to receive the blessings from this cocooning and preparation for deeper healing. And so it is. Taking in a nice deep breath, breathing in and letting go, aware of awareness itself, aware of your I am that I am presence, aware of the beings of light who are here to support you on all levels, and aware of the blessings just received, moving into gratitude for these blessings as we begin to count from 0 to 5, coming into conscious awareness. 1, becoming aware that you are on earth in your body and have just received many blessings and cocooning. You can take this energy and operate within it for the rest of the day and into the evening too, to invite these beings tonight to continue working with you. 3, starting to move your hands and your head, coming out of it back into this moment. 4, and as I say the number 5, you'll be fully alert and awake in your present state. 5. Waking up and coming in to the now. Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining today and for the change in time. Thank you to Debashree for everything. And I will see all of you, well, many of you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And everyone else, I'll see you next Sunday. And thank you for everything. I love you. Have a beautiful weekend. And yeah, ready to get going. Had a good rest and ready for a new light code. All right. So excited. I'll see you guys in the morning, 9 a.m. sharp. Mwah. All right. Love you. Bye, everybody.